As I have said in some of my previous videos, time stands still for nobody. Time stands still for nobody. Do you remember when the Twin Towers were attacked? Now that was back in 2001. Just look how many years that's been. It seems like it's just a few years ago, because it's so vivid in, some of our minds that it don't seem like it's been that long. Back in 2020 when we had, 2019, to have the election and see all the chaos that went through about that and all the riots and everything. And they said, well, we don't know what we can do for the next 4 years, all the stuff that we're going to have to go through. Well, here it is. The 4 years is gone already. And another election's already been done. Time stands still for nobody. I see so many people that live every day as if they have all the time in the world to get things done. I hate to break it to them, but when they get older, they're going to look back, oh, I wish I did this, I wish I did that. It's best to go ahead and do it now while you have a chance to actually able to do it. I still remember when I graduated from high school. That was 40 years ago. I am glad that I decided to take the measures and the decisions to get where I am today. Be able to have that precious time with family. Here I am sitting in the hospital parking lot because my daughter needed to go to the emergency room. She's having some kind of a pain. She just had a child like a month ago, month and a half. I don't know if that's related to it or not. But I'm glad that I was able to take her when she needed. Spend time with family and friends. So many people out there that's going to wake up someday and realize years and years have gone by and they can't get them back. They can't do what they wanted to do. They were so involved in their work and didn't realize the things they were missing. They take things for granted. Buy a home, have no time to really enjoy it. It's just, oh, I bought a home. That's the normal thing. You buy a home. You have kids, but you can't have time. You don't have time to spend time with kids. But that's the normal thing. Have kids. go to school, go to college and get a degree and get in the corporate life, have the corporate life, work 40 plus hours a week, get married, have kids, have a home. Some of them work so many hours when they get home, the kid's already in bed and they leave before the kids get up to go to school in the morning. They only see them really on the weekend, maybe, unless they're working so many hours that they have to work on the weekend as well. That's not a life to have. There's no amount of money that makes that a joyful life. Because if you're making all that money, you don't have time to spend it. So where's the joy at? The old saying, stop and smell the roses from time to time, has a lot of meaning behind it. It's just hard to see people out there just hustling and bustling, and that's all they worry about, how many dollars they can make this week. And they don't see the value that's more than the value of the money they're making in their own family, their wife, husband, kids. They don't see where the real value is. And it's a really shame to see so many living that kind of life. They'll work till they're 65, 70, 75, and after they retire, they don't live that long to enjoy the freedom of being retired or time to be with their family. Why why live like that? I don't see no fun in it. Work all the time and get all these things and you can't enjoy. I just don't see it. I just don't see how they are enjoying their life living like that. You got to take time out from the work field and really enjoy life. And we all see it. How many parents you seen that has missed their kids' baseball game, soccer game, tennis match, basketball game? I mean, any and all of it. Oh, I'm sorry, son, I couldn't make it. I had a business meeting. And they wonder why there's so many families out there that getting torn apart because just they don't spend time together. I mean, kids come home and only one of the parents is there and they have supper. Daddy be home after, or mom be home after dinner and they already gone to bed. And they don't see that particular parent before they go to school in the morning because they are up and gone before they get up to go to school. It's almost like, his dad coming over for the weekend because that's the only time they actually get to see their father. That's not a life for the parent or for the kid. And then you got people out there that not married and have kids, and they flat out refuse to let the other parent see the child, willing to take the time out to see the child and help support the child. And the other parent is just like, you don't get to see the child, and unless you pay this, you pay that, you get this and get that. And the child is the one that gets the hard end of the bargain. I just don't, it's not like it used to be. It takes two to tango, they say. It's always been that way. But one gets a corn cob up their backside and think they're going to just change the rules and use it as a bargain chip to get what they want. I've seen, personally, I've seen a lady get all up in an uproar and bent out of shape because the father decided to go spend, I think, like $200 or $300 in groceries and dropped it to the mother's residence, brought it there for them. That's up and beyond, responsibility for taking care of just the child itself. That's taking care of her and the other kid that she has that's not his, and his own child. So it was supporting all of them. But she got mad because he went and brought food and didn't give her cash, knowing good and well if she got the cash, she wasn't going to spend it on the kid. She's going to spend it on herself. And she flat out refused to take the food. Now, he didn't have a court order or anything like that to pay child support or anything. He was just doing it out of his kind heart to help her and his son and the other child that she had from somebody else. But she got mad because of his kindness, because it wasn't money in her hand that she can spend on whatever she wanted. I just don't understand the way some people think. It's pathetic. Have a child and use it as a pawn, bargain chip, to get what they want, not what the child needs. But like I said, time is precious. It waits on nobody. So don't let yourself get out there and get tangled up with them kind of people, male or female, that will do whatever it takes to get what they want, regardless who it hurts or punishes, as long as they end up getting what they want. Not what they need, but what they want. I just hope that them kind of people someday wake up and see the stupidity that they're actually doing. Because at the end, they're only hurting themselves. Because eventually they will be alone. Of course, they're hurting the child and all at the time, but at the end, they're going to be just all alone because people are just going to start being on the lookout for them kind of people and just not going to involve themselves with them kind of people. And eventually they're going to be all alone. You can't do it so often and not pay any consequences. And you'll hear them say, "Oh, I'm going to do better. I'm not going to do that anymore. Don't matter what. I'm just not going to do anymore. I've changed." And they'll say whatever they say they're going to do, and just word salad is what we call that. You know, you just toss some words together just to make yourself look good and sound good. But at the end, you'll be right back what you were doing at the first opportunity that you get. You will. I there's really just no words to really describe them kind of people. Don't get yourself entwined with them kind of people. Life is too short. Time flies. It waits on nobody. Why waste it on them kind of people? There's no reason to, because you're not going to get anywhere. No matter how long you try, you're just not going to get anywhere with them kind of people. You can waste days, months, years on them kind of people. And years later, they are still doing the same BS as they were when you met them. And then you got them people that in basically the same category. They only get up with you, contact you when they need something. That's the only time that you're any value to them is when they need something and they believe that they can get that accomplished of getting whatever they need through you, by you. And after they accomplish and get that one thing, whatever it may be, you may not hear from them for weeks, months, even years. Oh, God forbid if you ever need anything from them, they are nowhere to be found. Oh, they're too busy. Oh, I wish I can help, but I just really don't have the time right now. But when they need something, 2 weeks, 3 weeks down the line, they be coming knocking at your door. And I would say not only lock the deadbolt, add 3 or 4 more deadbolts on that door. Be sure they don't get through, as if they don't even exist. Some people say, "Oh, that's harsh. You're supposed to help everyone." Yeah, yeah, you're supposed to help everyone as long as they're willing to help their freaking self first and not try to use you as a pawn or a get me what I need chip. If people are just going to use you, well, write them off and let them go do that with somebody else. And if everybody did that, eventually they're going to have to do something to themselves because they don't have nobody to get anything from. Life is too short. Yeah, you may think you have a long time when you're 20, 25. Oh man, I got another 40, 50 years to go. Nobody is promised tomorrow. Well, I'm in good health. But that don't mean that that guy or that lady that decided to go to the bar and drink and drive on a Friday and Saturday is not going to T-bone you when you get in that intersection. When you had the green light, your life can be over. No fault of your own. Don't take things for granted. Don't put off tomorrow what you can do today. Because if you say, I'm going to do that tomorrow, well, tomorrow never gets here because as soon as tomorrow gets here, well, it turns into today. And tomorrow still hasn't gotten here because it's another day that has not gotten here. So if you put it off until tomorrow, you'll never get it done because tomorrow never gets here. So do it today because you couldn't do it yesterday. Do it today so you won't later on regret that you didn't. Time waits for nobody. I mean, nobody. Get done today what you can.